Alright, welcome to my K-Pop Demon Hunters gameplay and review. So I thought this was going to be an early gameplay and review, but they surprised us with this update and dropped them in the item shop already. So as you can see, the full collab is here. You can purchase everything. So the prices are $3,500 for the entire bundle, and then sold separately the skins are all $1,500. The back blings are $300 and the pickaxes are $500. And as mentioned, there's only one emote. I had a million people tell me otherwise, that there's going to be other emotes, but this is all we have so far. So let's take a look at these. This was one of the most rushed collabs in Fortnite history, but did they mess it up or is it perfection? So obviously the three characters are from Huntrix, that's the name of the band in the K-Pop Demon Hunters movie. So we got the main character here, Rumi. It says the lead vocalist and leader of Huntrix. We've got Zoe, the lead rapper, and then Meera, the lead choreographer. So the only thing that I'm seeing that feels rushed is that there's no selectable styles for any of these skins. Now that part's a little disappointing because if you've seen the movie, Rumi has some character development and she 1000% needed a secondary style. I don't want to spoil anything, but she gets tattoos, let's just say that. And the fact that they didn't include that on here is just mind-boggling. So that's one nitpick right away, that nobody has styles. And it doesn't look like anyone has any reactivity either, just based on what I'm seeing here. However, they look perfect. These look exactly like they do in the movie. It's like a perfect crossover. So the back blings are all the same. They're just the ramen noodles with their names on it. So that's both hit and miss. So obviously, in regards to the rushed aspect again, this would be the simplest choice. They don't have to do much, it's just a color swap and a name swap, that's it. But on the other hand, it does make sense because these noodles were highlighted a lot in the movie, so hey, it's an appropriate back bling. So for pickaxes, these are the exact weapons they use in the movie. Now, unfortunately, Zoe's is not showing up. Is it not in the K-Pop Demon Hunters set? Which is kind of weird, I don't know. But there's Meera's. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce some of these. I don't want to mess it up. But basically, Rumi has this awesome sword, and Meera has this almost scythe-like weapon. Let me go back to my locker. I'm not sure why I couldn't... Oh, here it is. Oh, it's not in the set. No wonder it's not showing up. What the heck? So they all look great. That's exactly how I remember these three items from the movie. Now, sadly, there's no glider and there's no wrap. Here's the emote. It's called Zoe's Thumbs Up. Now that is awesome with a nice sound effect as well. So I 1000% think there should have been a glider in this collaboration. If nothing else, they should have made Derpy. If you've seen the movie, that's the awesome tiger that delivers messages as a glider. Or at least something. But no, we didn't get a glider, and for some reason we didn't get a wrap either. That's kind of strange to me. So I can feel the rushness a little bit in this collaboration. It's still one of the best collabs we've had in Fortnite. But yes, I feel that it was rushed and hurried a bit. So since the characters have all sorts of different color schemes and there's no official wrap, I'm just going to put the Boogeyman wrap on, which is just a jet black. And I might do a combos video later, but I'm trying to get this out as fast as possible, so I'm not going to color code the wraps or a glider, since there aren't any, which is dumb. Okay, with that said, let's hop in. We're going to start with Rumi. Okay, so here we go. You can see Rumi has a huge ponytail. It extends past her feet even, especially when you're gliding here. I didn't think it would be that long. I thought it came down to her kneecaps, but it goes well beyond her feet when you're skydiving. So I do have the needle dropper equipped, which is a great glider, and it does fit the theme of music. So Rumi is probably my favorite character in the movie, just because she's pretty much the main character and she has so much happening to her and lots of character development. So here she is, and like I said, she looks amazing. This is just how she looked in the movie. So nothing glows as far as I can see here. Her color scheme primarily is this yellow and the light violet purple with a little bit of black and pink. So her color scheme's all over the place, to be honest. She's got that sporty jacket on, and then you can see the back bling is animated with some smoke. So an accurate representation of how she looked in the movie. Let's take a listen to her pickaxe pull out sound and swing animation. Here we go. Okay, so it has a majestic sound to it. It's almost like it's enchanted. Let's see if there's a splash. Yes, there's a nice holographic effect there. It's like light blue and purple, or pinkish purple. How about a weak spot reactivity? So it does glow pretty well. Okay, no, I didn't see anything there. Here's what happens when you hit a player. The color scheme definitely matches her hair, which is great. And there's a little bit of blue mixed in there too. Okay, how about the aim down sights? Here we go. Well, that is perfect. So you can see she's got some patchwork on her jacket. It says Slay and then Huntrix. So I was incredibly worried about this skin due to the ponytail, but I'm not seeing any issues here, especially when you aim in. They condensed it down enough that it's not that big of a deal at all. In the actual movie, it's way wider. Wider, not whiter, but wider. So they made it smaller for the game. And it looks pretty good. So back bling is nothing too special. It fits, it flows, and I want to say it does hold down the ponytail. So I'm going to take that off in a second and we'll see if the ponytail starts going wild. And it might. But you can see it does go all the way down to her feet, which is a very long ponytail. But aim down sights is perfect. This is very clean. So let me get in a limb real quick. I doubt anything's going to happen, but you never know. Maybe the back bling will steam or something. Here we go. No, I kind of figured there wasn't any reactivity here. And if this back bling's not reactive, that means none of them are probably reactive. Let's take the back bling off and see if we've got crazy here. Okay, yeah, so now you can see it starts flowing and going crazy when you jump. Drags across the ground when you slide. But the aim down sights is still good. So you definitely want a back bling, I think. She doesn't look bad without one, but that hair would probably drive me crazy. Here's Zoe's thumbs up. I love that sound effect. Now, from our perspective, we can't really see much. So let's turn around. I'm going to have to see if Zoe has a unique animation with that. Look at this, you could do the Texas tornado with her hair. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Okay, let's do Zoe next. Okay, so I was saying yesterday, before I even saw these in-game, that Zoe would be the cleanest skin to run. Simply because she doesn't have the crazy long hair like Rumi and Meera. And that does appear to hold true here. She's got the most vibrant color scheme, I think. Again, nothing glows in the dark. But she's this bright yellow and dark blue mixed with a little bit of teal and pink. So I think she does stand out the most with a nice color scheme as mentioned. Her pickaxes are certainly unique. And her back bling, of course, is the same as all the other ones, except it's a green color. So at least they're all color-coded. So let's do the pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation. Here you go. Okay, so they sound better to me than Rumi's did. They just have that nice sound effect. They're very small, and there's a clear contrail. Splash effect is pretty much the same as Rumi's. It's that blue and purple. So I doubt there's any weak spot reactivity, but let's just see. Nope, nothing changing there. Let's see if there's anything special when you hit a player. Nope. How about on a limb? Nope, no reactivity there either. So again, this skin looks really accurate to how Zoe looked in the movie, which is perfect. Let's check out her aim down sights here. Okay, so I said that she would have the cleanest aim down sights, but I actually think Rumi's looked a little better. I don't know, the back of her hair kind of stands out a lot more. But you can see her back bling better because she is a slender character. She's got some very teeny tiny arms. But aim down sights all around looks good. So maybe Meera is going to have the worst aim down sights. She's got a lot of hair too. But this is good. Not much to see though when you aim in. She's got that teal color scheme and then an earring. But other than that, it's pretty plain. Alright, let's do her emote and see if anything special happens. We'll take a look from the front. Here we go. Okay, no, it's exactly the same. But she's the one that actually does it in the movie, so that's why I was curious. Pretty cool. So let's take her back bling off real quick. Okay, so she looks pretty good without a back bling. I feel like you actually don't need her back bling at all. I don't know, she just looks so skinny when you aim in. From her neck to her arms, she's just a teeny tiny skin. Yeah, but obviously nothing goes crazy when you take the back bling off. So I feel like Zoe doesn't actually need the back bling on. It's a nice addition though because it does color coat things, but if you don't like back blings, yeah, she looks good without it. Love the pickaxes though. Alright, and last but not least, let's take a look at Meera. Okay, so here she is in the dark. Her pickaxe is huge. And it does glow nicely. It looks like her hair kind of illuminates a bit as well. So in my opinion, Meera looks the best. She is my favorite looking character. Her outfit is just my favorite. So it's black and yellow and pink. Those colors look really good. She's the tallest of the characters as well. So you can see her back bling kind of sits at the side, which looks a little strange. I feel like it's not quite centered on there. But I think any back bling is going to look weird just because she has so much hair. Her hair actually looks like a giant tongue if you look at it, which is weird to even say, but that's what it looks like to me. Okay, how about her pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation? Here we go. Okay, so she has the largest pickaxe, and it is very heavy duty. It takes a while to withdraw. It's got that sharp, heavy sound effect. A nice contrail, though. You can see the bluish gleam when you swing it, and as mentioned, it glows pretty nicely as well, as you can see here. So you can see the purple a lot better in the dark. In the light, it kind of looks blue, but in the dark, it's definitely that purple. I'm assuming it's going to have the same splash effect as the other two. Yes, it does. So they all have that same identical splash, and they all glow in the dark, which is great. It's got a nice swing to it, if you like the polearm pickaxes. Alright, let's try against a real player. Just like with the other characters, there's no reactivity and nothing really special when you hit a player. Here's the emote. It's kind of unfortunate you don't see the front of that emote. I wish it turned you around like this, where you could actually see what's going on. Because from our perspective, you just get the sound effect. You can't even see what she's doing. But obviously everyone else gets to see the cool effect with the goofy smile and the double thumbs up. Okay, now moment of truth. What does her aim down sights look like? Here we go. Hey, this wrap actually goes great. Okay, so this is not bad either. I think they nailed all the aim down sights with these three skins. I was a little worried about Rumi and Meera, but no, this is good. Very clean. Obviously, you can't see to the left of her, which can be a little bit of a hindrance, but it's not too bad. Now, you can't see her back bling at all because she has so much hair. Just when you aim in, of course. So you can see when I jump, the giant hair does not move at all. But, of course, when we take this back bling off, it's going to be no holds barred. Okay, now look at it. The tongue comes to life and it goes absolutely crazy. Look when you jump. Ah, it's everywhere. So I feel like this character as well definitely needs to hold that hair down. Unless you don't mind this at all. But this would just drive me crazy. It's everywhere. And it's like split into threes. Which is weird. So it'll move a little bit even when you aim in. Not too much. But it's noticeable. So yes, I definitely feel like Meera needs a back bling to hold that giant beast down. So there you go, that is Huntrix and the K-pop Demon Hunters collaboration. A beautifully designed collab that is accurate to the movie, but at the same time, it did feel a little rushed. The fact that we only got one emote is slightly disappointing. There's no jam tracks as far as I can tell, but these things could come out in the future, they're just not here now. Obviously, the back blings were pretty lackluster. They're pretty much the same, minus the color scheme and the name on the back. It's just a color swap, and that's it. Pickaxes were great. I could see some people saying these were rushed as well because they have the same contrail and splash, but they're all the same color, so that makes sense. Slightly disappointed that we didn't get any styles for any of these characters. There were so many things they could have done. They wear so many outfits, and of course, with Rumi, I feel like she should have had some reactivity with her patterns or her tattoos, but no, we didn't get any of that. So is it a 10 out of 10 collab? Yes, but was it rushed? I feel like yes as well. Is it worth a purchase? I would 100% say yes. These are great. If you haven't seen the movie, you may not be as inclined to purchase any of these, but I think they did a great job despite it being one of the quickest pushed out collabs we've ever had. So let me know in the comments, do you agree? Do you disagree with what I've said? I feel like it's a great collab, but that it was also hurried up. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor time.